the Novio Tech Campus in Nijmegen, Interact 4, a project Diamant, presents the 6 developed projects. At that congress, each company gets the opportunity to explain and exchange about their projects. They presented fundamental characteristics of the different technologies and products.
Das Projekt beschäftigt sich mit dem Messen von Fluiden zur Bestimmung der Dichte von unterschiedlichen Schichten, damit man bei Häfen beispielsweise bestimmen kann, ob ein Hafen noch schiffbar ist oder nicht. Das heißt, abhängig von der Dichte der Schlammschicht unterhalb der Fahrwasserschicht, ob ein Schiff fahren kann oder nicht. Dazu haben wir unterschiedliche Ideen entwickelt. Kern davon ist immer ein Ultraschallsensor, der die Dichte bestimmt. Also es ist ganz wichtig für einen Hafenbetreiber zu wissen, welche Wassertiefe kann ich meinen Kunden, in diesem Falle der Schifffahrt, wirklich auch anbieten und attraktiv zu sein. Also ein ganz wichtiges Element. Also insgesamt sind wir jetzt seit 3 Jahren dabei. Da sind eben halt einmal dieses Testdevice rausgekommen, genauso aber auch der Teststand. Damit machen wir im Prinzip Laboruntersuchungen, weil wir haben zwar einen Dichtesensor, aber der muss natürlich verifiziert werden. Das heißt, bekannte Dichten müssen natürlich erstmal überprüft werden, damit ich unbekannte Dichten auch bestimmen kann. Und dieses Gerät dient zum Beispiel dazu, automatisiert über Nacht, über mehrere Tage die Intensitätsverteilung von gewissen Proben entsprechend zu bestimmen, um dann Aussagen treffen zu können.
So what we have developed is the miniaturized blood pressure measurement system. This device can record the entire waveform of your blood pressure. So not only the upper pressure and the lower pressure, but actually all the points in between and from every heartbeat. And from those characteristics we can derive much more information than just the upper and the lower value of the blood pressure, but also information related to the stiffness of your arteries, how much blood your heart pumps out every minute, heart rate variability, all from this one measurement modality. So it's a much richer source of information. Now what we have, this is not a new measurement principle because it already existed as a commercial product since the early 2000s. But this was all you needed to do that measurement. So a heavy unit worn on the wrist with an entire system attached to it. Now within this project we've been able to miniaturize all those components into this one little measurement system that you can wear on your wrist quite comfortable. Well, it's going to be a phased introduction. First we're going to introduce this as part of our regular product line, which is mostly applied into research applications, for instance, for physical therapists, cardiologists, etc. But from that market entry, we could expand into other markets. For instance, monitoring of patients who are participating in pharmaceutical trials, so that we can actually monitor how new drugs affect their health. From there on, we have a roadmap of various clinical applications, such as pacemaker optimization, applications in dialysis, where we can apply this information in. And then hopefully in the future we can make a cheaper version of this device and sell it as a consumable for consumers, so that they can monitor their blood pressure characteristics at home. We've spent, I think, about 5 years so far on from ID to where we are now, and we need 1 more year to make it into a series production. So from beginning to end, about 6 years.
Yes, what we developed in this project is a very small instrument to analyze in a gas mixture exactly the gas components in the mixture. And we did that by developing a so-called gas chromatograph. And if you look at today's gas chromatographs that are, big instruments, they're in a laboratory, You bring in your gas sample there, you wait for half an hour, and then it gives you exactly what is in the gas, all components. We have made this similar functionality, but the core of our instrument is in this small box. And it's not only that we can make it by applying chips, so very small, but we can also make it much faster. So there in a lab where you take 20 to 30 minutes, we can do it in 20 to 30 seconds. So if you bring the gas into this box, around 30 seconds later you know exactly what is inside the gas. No, in fact, in the project we developed the technology. The technology is now ready. We are now writing a patent. You need to have some IP to defend your ideas in the world. If you want to get value out of your ideas, you have to do that. Meanwhile, we started now, so after the project, the real product development. That's something else. Then you use the best things of your technology to put it in a product. You go to customer and you ask what kind of connectors, what kind of power, what size, etc., etc. We see here, well, it's not a working prototype, but it's a so-called mock-up prototype. So this is pretty much how our product will look like. Here in this black top, there are up to 4 of these analyzers going in. With each analyzer part, you can measure different gas components. So you can do a multi-parameter analysis with this instrument. Inside here, there's electronics, but there's also a computer, because to calculate what you measure, you need a computer. If you look to current products, they always have an instrument which is bigger, plus a laptop or a computer, whatever, so we have it integrated here, so that this gives directly the data that you want. The gases go in here. There are electrical connections as well. We plan to bring this product on the market, well, hopefully halfway next year, probably Q3 next year. It still takes quite some time to transfer your technology into a product, and also quite some money. As I mentioned earlier today, we still invest between half and €1 million to bring this to a product. But we are very definite to do that, and well, we are happy that in this project we could develop the technology that you have to do first before you can make your product.
The project consists of developing battery technology, lithium-based, and we have basically 4 different projects. Let's say part projects in this project. And the first project we did is the Mobility Power Pack. The Mobility Power Pack is a lithium-based new battery. And this battery is being used for small, let's say for short periods with high currents, with high capacity necessary. The capacities we are talking about is quite small. It's for mobility kind of products. We also make energy power packs for rehabilitation, specifically scooters and power chairs. The mobility power pack is already launched and it's already being sold via our mother company. The energy power pack is planned to in production for the end of this year, beginning next year. And our battery charger line, which is also produced and developed under this project, is also already in production and is also being sold already to the customers.
NanoSol is a combined photovoltaic and solar thermal system. It's used to convert the solar energy into electricity and heat simultaneously, and we integrated that into a roofing element. Well, if you look at the detail of the product, you can see it consists of 3 elements. First, we have the solar module. That's the flexible solar module. Then we have the aluminum elements. We can just easily click them together. And these elements can go up to 15 meters. And the idea is that you have the water flowing through the tubes, cooling the aluminum and also cooling the solar module, which increase the electrical efficiency. And on the back side of the aluminum, we can see insulation, so it's also used as a complete roof element. And we can use that in households or in utilities, yeah, wherever they use electricity and heat simultaneously.
Ja, unsere Entwicklung ist ein sogenanntes Bilayer-System. Das ist eine künstliche biologische Membran, die wir hier in diesem Rahmen automatisiert herstellen mit diesem Instrumentarium, von uns geschaffenen Instrumentarium. Das hat den Vorteil, dass wir auf diese Art und Weise viele Moleküle, biologische Moleküle, die als Angriffsziele für Medikamente dienen, in einem sehr definierten Umfeld vermessen können und darüber hinaus auch sehr teure Tierexperimente verhindern können, beziehungsweise teure Investitionen in Zellkulturinfrastruktur nicht notwendig machen müssen, weil wir auf diese Art und Weise nämlich die Zielmoleküle direkt in biologische Membranen inserieren können, um sie dort auf Einzelmolekülebene zu charakterisieren, zu verfolgen, wie sie arbeiten. Und dafür ist halt Mikrosystemtechnik, also aber auch Nanotechnologie sehr hilfreich, um das Ganze entsprechend klein zu machen, um es dann aber auch entsprechend nutzbar machen zu können. Ja, also unsere Zielmärkte sind ganz eindeutig der Life-Science-Bereich. Dort sind es große Pharmaunternehmen, die das natürlich in ihrem Medikamentenentwicklungsprozess einsetzen können, diese Techniken. Das sind aber auch Dienstleister, die das für entsprechende Pharma- oder Biotech-Unternehmen anbieten. Mit den Geräten, wann gehen wir an den Markt? Also dieses Projekt war so aufgestellt, dass Teilergebnisse wir bereits in den Markt haben einführen können. Das ist dieses Gerät, mit dem waren wir Anfang dieses Jahres bereits in den USA auf einer ganz großen Messe, um es haben dort vorstellen zu können. Das letztendliche Endprodukt dieses Projektes ist so weit in der Entwicklung, dass wir es jetzt fit machen wollen, um es in den Markt zu bringen. Und da denken wir, dass wir da allerdings noch 1-2 Jahre brauchen, um so weit zu sein, weil hier müssen wir jetzt noch all die ganzen Fragen beantworten. Wie können wir eine sichere Zuliefererkette aufbauen? Wie können wir die Robustheit dieser Technologie entsprechend unter Beweis stellen, um damit dann auch erfolgreich in den Markt reingehen zu können?
Projektideen kann man heute entwickeln, kann man gestern entwickeln, schon ca. 100 Projektideen sind schon eingereicht. Ab heute, wann gewollt, kann man einen Antrag einreichen, einen Antrag stellen. Und dann hoffen wir mal, dass irgendwann in 2015 die ersten Projekte definitiv genehmigt werden und starten können.